Atlas in the hot seat tonight.
And Atlas.
Goes by the name of Atlas the Bookkeeper. How you feeling, my friend?
Very good. Okay, so that was my first purchase, okay? So I've been speaking with multiple people about a new PC to capture and stream from, all right? I definitely need one that's going to be kind of future-proofed, meaning it's going to be good for many years. This PC I have has lasted 10 years. Do I expect that my next PC will last 10 years? No. I've literally never owned a PC that lasted that long until this one. I can't believe this one lasted 10 years, seriously. Now, technology has advanced so much. Everything is so different now. Maybe it would. I don't know. So I'm looking for something that has a decent processor, a good graphics card, but some factors that a lot of people haven't realized. You need one that has a good motherboard, so you have the slots you need to put in expansion stuff. Like, for example, I got to get an internal capture card that's going to do up to 4K. Maybe even have better pass-through and have all these nice features. I want to have a really good capture setup, okay? I can't do that with a PC that just doesn't have that. And people were suggesting to me PCs, oh, look, this one has a great processor. Yeah, but the motherboard's tiny. You can't even put anything in there. So I wouldn't even be able to have an internal capture card with this PC, so what's the point, right? So, all that being said, I basically started getting the components that I need for the new PC before I actually ordered the new PC. You want to know why? Because a lot of these components are now currently on a Black Friday sale, so they're cheaper now, but only for this week, and then the prices are going to go back up to normal. And I was going to hold off until I bought the PC, and then all of a sudden, I started looking at the stuff that I had. Basically, I had a lot of it in my cart, right, in Amazon. And all of a sudden, all the dates of delivery started getting pushed into like mid to late December. I said, oh shit. So what's happening is people are buying these items gradually over the week, and now the stock is gone. So now you're on back order until the next shipment comes in. What am I going to do with it if I got to wait until mid to late December? If I buy a PC, I can't use it. I won't have the capture card. I won't have the hard drive. I won't have anything I need to use it. Like, so I got to get everything now. So I actually did start getting everything. Okay, first thing that I actually bought were these. And this is funny. I swear the prices have gone up, because let me show you. So I bought 2 of these battery backup surge protectors, okay? But I swear they were cheaper than this, because I got 2 of them, and even after like checkout and everything, they were $300 for both. So how are they $160 now? I don't know. But I bought 2 of these, and they're coming. And in fact, I think they're arriving today. And that's good, because I need them. Like, I should have had these all along. This is completely on me being lazy and stupid. Why on earth do I have a super high-end gaming PC over here, a PS5 Pro, and I don't have a battery backup for it? I mean, that's dunce level stuff. So now I've got them. I'm going to have one for this side of the office over here, for the PC and the PS5 Pro and the TV and all that equipment. Then I'm going to have the other one on the other side of the office for the capture streaming PC, all my monitors, all the equipment over there. Okay? So there you go. That's the first thing I bought, and that's coming today. The next thing I bought were extra long HDMI cables that are up to standard. I got a couple of these because they're 15-footers, so they should definitely reach across the length of my office. And they're the best, you know, they're highest speed and everything, as you can see, 4K at 120 hertz and everything. So that should be fine. These cables, I'm so happy that these are cheap. Back in the day, they used to rip you off so bad for cables. It was absolutely ridiculous. It made no sense at all. You would try to buy a cable, it'd be like $50. Like, what? Now that you get them for like 10. So that's something that's definitely improved over time, thankfully. Okay, something else that I got. I just bought this one because actually originally I had a different one in my cart, and then the thing's delivery date got pushed out like many days. In fact, look at this. I ordered this, okay, and it's actually coming faster than that. This already got pushed out. Wow. Holy crap. Hold on. Let me double check, because I ordered mine yesterday and it said it's coming this week, and now this says these wouldn't even come till Friday, so it means this one actually must have got pushed out too. I'm glad I bought it when I did. Let me look. Yeah, arriving overnight. I ordered this very one, this very hard drive, and it's arriving overnight tomorrow. But if I hadn't gotten it when I did, I would have had to wait till later in the week. Yeah, it's exactly the same one. Look at that. The 980 Pro. So, yeah, I'm getting it overnight, but if you had ordered it, it wouldn't have come till Friday because it's already on back stock, right? Oh no, Tuesday. It would have come on Tuesday. All right. So I'm getting it a little earlier. But as you can see, the dates are all getting pushed on all this stuff. So this will be the hard drive that I'll use to kind of store all the videos and everything that I record on a daily basis. SSD, which I don't even have right now. I have a standard hard drive that's been malfunctioning for the last year and a half and having corrupted videos. Okay. Yeah, I know. This is a good price too. Look at the price drop. 41%. That's a really good price drop. Now, do I believe it was actually 205? Probably not. I bet that this was actually like 150, 160. But still, this is a great price drop price for it. Okay. So a good value. And then I think this is here is the capture card that I have purchased. It is the Elgato 4K Pro internal capture card that can do 8K and 4K up to 60 frames. And everything else like 120 frames. So, yeah, pretty cool. Not to say that I'm going to be capturing at 120 frames. I could just imagine what the file size would be. I'm probably going to be sticking to 60 frames. But it's a really good internal capture card. And has a lot of, features and things that I'm going to want. Not that I'm ever going to use 8K pass-through. I don't think I'm ever going to use that, right? But it should have no lag whatsoever. And it will fit a pretty standard, PC case. And this is one of the reasons when people were suggesting, hey, get this PC. And I was looking into it. I was like, nah, that case wouldn't even fit this capture card. And I need to have a dedicated capture card. The days of me using external are over. I need to stop. It's been a decade. I want to use something internal that's, very dependable. All right. All right. So that's all the stuff that I ordered already, and it's en route, and it should be here within the next couple of days. The one thing I haven't done, I haven't actually bought the PC yet, all right? And I'm still looking at the same three that we were looking at, that we were looking at earlier in the week. So this one, it's a Ryzen 7, okay, with a 4070 Super graphics card and a good amount of RAM. And it has a lot, you can see, it has a lot of space for expansions. So that way I can actually put this capture card in it and not have to worry about running out of space. Okay? So that's one. Then we've got this one. Another Skytech, another Ryzen 7. And I think the graphics card is slightly less. I can't remember the difference. There's a distinct difference between the two. Okay? I don't care. It's funny because, of course, they all have RGBs now. I don't give a crap about the RGBs on this thing at all. Like this PC, unlike my gaming PC, which is right there in front of me and I get to see the RGBs all day, this PC will sit over here to my left and I'll probably never look at it. So I could care less if it has RGBs and fancy bells and whistles and stuff like that. Okay? So I think these two are very similar. I'm not exactly sure what the distinct difference is because I think they're the same processor. I think this one has a slightly better graphics card because this is the 4070 Super, while this is just the standard 4070, I think. But outside of that, I'm not really sure what the difference is, besides maybe the case design. This one has a 650-watt power supply. This one has a slightly increased 750-watt power supply, right? And then the third one that I was looking at, this one I think is a step down in the processor. But it's a lot cheap. Oh, also the graphics card. So it's a step down in the processor. It's a step down in the graphics card. But man, is it a lot cheaper. $300 cheaper. Just to skimp a little bit. And I'm like, maybe I should do that and save some money. Because I don't know. Am I really going to need the Ryzen 7? And am I really going to need the 4070? Or would the Ryzen 5 and the 4060 cut it? Right? I'm not sure. So I'm not sure. And yeah, I know. These are the thing is the looks of these are ridiculous. Like again, I don't care what they look like. I'm just looking at the components inside. That's it. And the components inside look good. So I'm still not decided. And it's funny because I've been talking to a couple people, and basically here's what's going on. All right, I am not deathly afraid, but I'm afraid. Here's what's going to happen, because this always happens to me, and it pretty much happens to everyone who spends a lot of money on something. You spend a lot of time looking at stuff. You're like, oh, all right, I finally made my decision. Here we go, and you buy it, and then immediately something better is on sale, and you're like, fuck, if I had waited like a day, I could have got the better thing. So right now, I'm really on the fence of what to do. Now, Hart made a good point. He says the GPU does the encoding, so you shouldn't skimp. You're right and you're wrong, because whatever PC I buy has to encode 3 different times at the same time. It has to encode for the kick stream at 1 bit rate. It has to encode for the YouTube stream at a much higher bit rate. And it has to encode on-demand videos for YouTube at a different bit rate that's highest. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. Luthe says, why do you need a graphics card for a streaming PC? Luthe, if you don't understand why I would need a graphics card for a streaming PC, you should never ask a question about a PC ever again. You have absolutely no concept of how PCs work, and you should just stay quiet in my chat. That is the most ludicrous question I've ever been asked. Wow. I seriously can't believe he just asked that. Why do you need a graphics card to capture? Anyway, it's a legit question. Okay, here you go. When you capture, something on your PC has to be used. It's either going to be your CPU or your processor, or it's going to be your GPU, your graphics card. It's got to be one or the other. Now, depending on which you use, you can use different codecs and technology to encode differently. For example, there's a certain standard of codec that you can use to encode with a graphics card that will have a different quality level and a different amount of memory used than, say, if you were using your CPU. You use different stuff to do it, okay? So basically, you need to have a good graphics card to capture well. If you have a crappy one, you're going to encode at a lower quality. It's going to be bigger file size. It's not going to look as good. It's going to take longer. But you want to have the best, because when you're doing it, you want it to be fast, zippy, great sharp quality, and not giant file size. So there you go.